Hello, and welcome back to the Podcasting Problem Solver. I'm Leah Bryant, your podcast growth strategist and coach who helps entrepreneurs build podcasts that support their business. And this is your Thursday quick win, short tactical episode to help you podcast with less stress and more strategy. So I have a question for you. Have you ever sat down to record and thought, I just don't have it in me today? Well, fun fact, that is me right now. Hey, we're going to be honest around here, okay? Maybe you skipped a week or 3, and now you're beating yourself up about being quote unquote inconsistent. Here's the truth. Taking a break from your podcast doesn't mean that you failed. It doesn't mean that you're lazy, and it definitely doesn't mean you're not cut out for podcasting. You know what it does mean? It means that you're human, and life be lifing sometimes, right? And sometimes humans, we need a pause. But, and you know there was a but coming, right? Not all breaks are created equal. Some are accidental, like you blink and realize, oh my gosh, I didn't publish an episode. And some are intentional, where you step back on purpose, but you have a plan. And that's what we're going to talk about today. How to know when it's time to pause and how to do it strategically so your podcast momentum doesn't disappear while you rest. Okay, number 1, you're recording out of obligation instead of intention. Yep. If your podcast feels like another item on your to-do list and not something that you're actually wanting to create, that, my friends, is a red flag. Your listeners can feel when you're just checking a box. So what do? Well, you step back and you reset your rhythm. You review your next few episode ideas and you ask yourself, do they connect to your offers and do they answer real questions your audience is asking? If not, I want you to pause and remap that content, okay? Align it with where your business is right now, not where it was months ago. And this is straight out of the momentum phase of my seamless podcast framework that you've heard me talk about so much, because real momentum isn't about cranking out episodes every single week or whatever your cadence is, right? It's about creating episodes that energize you and your listeners. All right, number 2, life is louder than your podcast right now. We've all had those seasons. Family gets busy, business ramps up, or your energy just tanks. When life is loud, your podcast might need to quiet down for a minute, and that is okay. But the strategic move here is communication. That's right. Please don't ghost your audience. They love hearing from you. But if you disappear, out of sight, out of mind, okay? Instead, I want you to drop a short episode. Even 3 minutes is plenty. That says something like, hey friends, I'm pressing pause for a couple weeks. Here's what to expect. And in the meantime, check out these favorite episodes. Another option is you could be like, hey friends, the next couple of weeks going to be replays of my favorites. And that way you're reusing older episodes. And that also helps keep your podcast in front of your listeners. And if you know that a busy season is coming, like we're coming into the holidays in a couple of months, you can batch a few evergreen episodes in advance so that your feed doesn't go silent. That's also another opportunity to repurpose older episodes, like your most downloaded. You can have your audience vote on their favorite episodes. You can have your favorite episodes. One thing I've done with previous clients is that we've had guest hosts come on. All of this goes to say that you're protecting trust with your listeners and protecting your energy at the same time. Number 3, you need space to reflect or realign. Because it's true. Sometimes it's not about your time or energy. It's about your direction. Your messaging might change. Your offers could shift. Or maybe your audience is evolving. And suddenly your podcast feels a little off. So instead of forcing content that doesn't fit anymore, I want you to use the break to recalibrate. Okay? I want you to audit your last 5 to 10 episodes and ask yourself if they're still pointing towards the right offers. If not, I want you to kind of map out where you want the show to pivot. Brainstorm fresh episode ideas that actually serve the audience you have today, okay? That way, when you come back, you're not just back, but you're better aligned, more strategic, and way more confident. One thing I want you to remember, is that breaks don't have to be random or reactive. They can actually be part of your long-term plan. Think seasons, mini sabbaticals, or built-in pauses that keep you consistent in the big picture, even if you're not publishing 52 weeks a year. Because the goal isn't to stay quote unquote on all the time, but it is to stay in motion with intention. All right, if this is hitting home and you're wondering, okay, Leah, how do I actually plan a podcast break without ghosting my audience? Don't worry, I've got you. Send me an email, send me a DM, text me. Let me know if this is something that you want help with, and I will put this in my newsletter. I share tips like this every single week. I give you templates and strategies and behind the scenes insights to make podcasting feel easier and more sustainable. And I talk about things that you guys are asking me. So if you have other questions, let me know. All the links are in the show notes. So I'd love for you to come over and join us on the newsletter. So here's your quick win for today. A pause doesn't mean that you're quitting. It means you're choosing to be strategic, protect your energy, and protect your momentum. And remember, your audience isn't going anywhere if you communicate that well. In fact, they'll trust you even more when you model sustainability instead of burnout. All right, until next time, keep showing up with purpose, keep your podcast aligned with your season, and keep it seamless. And I'll see you next time.